Blin School, hello everybody! Today we are going to talk about stereotypes about Russia.
Yes, hello everyone, hello Anya. I'm so excited to talk about stereotypes because now I am in Morocco and sometimes I really meet some stereotypes about Russia and it's so funny and sometimes you want to tell the truth to people but at the same time without stereotypes it would be so boring. That's why let's discuss.
Yeah, I agree. If you haven't watched our first part about stereotypes, click on it now and have a look.
Okay, so the first stereotype, which is the most often I meet here, it's like, you are cold, you are Russian, you can't be cold like this. So people think that if you are from Russia, you can't feel cold because in your country it's always cold, so you have to get used to it. Have you heard this stereotype?
I guess so, but it's not true. Maybe it has an opposite meaning, because in Russia it's very cold outside, but normally it's very hot inside. And we are not used to have a lower temperature inside and we easily get cold.
That's true. And that's why maybe some people prefer to go for winter to the hot countries and spend winter where it's warm, like plus 30 degrees, not minus 30. For example, me now, I'm in Africa, and I was thinking Africa is always hot, but no, it's also a stereotype, but about Africa. Here it's sometimes cold. At night it can be like 8 degrees, and I feel cold.
Yeah, when you say Africa, I imagine palm trees, hot weather, and just elephants walking on the street. The second stereotype is that Russia is covered by snow all year long.
Yes, actually, it's not true. Not all Russia covered by the snow, of course, because it's huge and it has like 11 time zones. And from the north to south, it's a big difference in climate. But yesterday, I read that some parts of Russia is really covered by the snow the whole year, but it's in the mountain, like high altitude parts of the mountains. For example, like in some Altai and Sayan mountains, and also in some Kamchatka volcanoes, and also in some regions of like Arctic regions. Yeah, it also can be covered in Chukotka, in Arkhangelsk area, and in Murmansk area. So there are some places which are covered by the snow. So it's like a little bit stereotype, but a little bit not.
Yeah, and in the parts of Russia where we are from, it's about between Moscow and St. Petersburg. The first snow falls probably in November, I think. And in December, usually everything's in snow every day, and then the snow melts completely, maybe in March.
I think in April. In March,
Okay.
it can start melting, but depends. I think in April it's already.
Yeah, so in Russia we have actually a long winter. It's not that unbearably cold, I think, but it's really long.
That's true. Number 3. All the Russians love banya. Banya is a special place for washing. Yes, what do you think? Russian sauna. Do you like it?
I think people who live out of city, who have villages, yes, it's typical for them to have banya and go there. But I don't really know massive culture of people going to public banyas, let's say. I personally, I've never been in such place, but I've been in banya of my grandma. And I know that some people, after going to banya, they jump into snow in winter and then they run back to banya.
That's true. And in my village, I have banya, and there is a video about my village. It's so funny, and you can watch it in our channel, where I also talk about banya and how we do it. Because it's like a process. It's not just going inside, washing and going out. It's really like some cultural action, let's say. And you mentioned the public banyas. They are still working, and you are not going there. But for example, my mom, she goes there, and it's like also mostly not about washing, because of course you can take a shower at home, but Going there, it's mostly about communication because they go together with like her friends, her girls, not like because it's separated, and yeah, they do some procedures for their skin. They take venik with them. It's like a bunch of birch trees, like branches, and they hit each other. And we believe that it's good for health, like for blood circulation. And they also communicate like during this time. So it's like, it's like a cultural process. And not long ago, when I arrived from Lebanon, I think, she took me with her. And I was so surprised, like, because I didn't go there before, maybe like long ago. And there, like, a lot of naked women going together and watch. It's like, it's funny, Yes, and also in winter, I love it when you go to Banya and you go out after the heat and you refresh yourself by the snow or by prorub, like ice plunge. Yeah, it's amazing. And it's also healthy because it boosts your immune system. So yeah, think about it. If you come to Russia, you have to try it.
Another stereotype is that kids have to go to school even when it's -30 outside. Is it true?
Yes, we have some limits about temperature. For example, if it's -30, going to school is optional. So it's up to the parents. They can decide if they want their kid to go or they want them to stay at home. But when I was at school, I think it was like even less, like -35 or something like that. And my mom said that, no problem, you're strong enough, let's go to school. And I went to school and I was the only one with my friend who came to school, and it was kind of like a private lesson instead of the whole group class. Yes, and it was even funny, and it's some memory from that time because on the way to school you feel like frozen. Yeah, but anyway, I feel like even less temperatures we can bear, and it's fine. What about you? Did you go to school in this kind of temperature?
I have a similar experience to you. I lived maybe 5 minutes from school, and my parents also said, okay, it's not far, just get dressed and go. And I also was maybe 3 people out of 30 kids actually went to school. And yeah, we had maybe 1 lesson and they let us go home, something like that.
Yeah, that's funny.
If you want to visit Russia one day, give us thumbs up, subscribe, and let's move to the next stereotype.
So the next stereotype is that all Russian are using car by the brand Lada. So it's Russian brand and all of them are using this car. What do you think?
Well, I'm not driving, so I'll let you comment on that one.
I know that it's very popular in Russia, this brand of cars. But if we put in the research which cars are the most popular in Russia, it will say also Hyundai, Kia and Toyota are mostly widely used. And as for me, if I choose the car for myself, the priority is that this car can go everywhere. Because in winter we have a lot of snow and sometimes you can get stuck. I had many situations when I got stuck in the snow and I have to go out to dig the snow somehow to give my car the way. And also it was a funny story when I came out in the morning and I see instead of my car there is one big snow hill. And I started to take out the snow until I understand it's not my car. And I go to another and I do it again. Yeah, so it's funny. Maybe we can put some photos here. I will show you the situation when you just go and see that your car turned into the snow hill.
Yeah. Actually, I have a friend and her and her boyfriend moved out of the city to the village. And she told me that now her boyfriend has to buy them a new car because in winter nobody's going to clean those roads in the village. Or maybe they'll buy a little tractor to do it themselves. Otherwise, you're just stuck and you cannot go through.
Yes, That's true.
The next stereotype is that everybody in Russia wears this special hat, ушанка, шапка-ушанка. Do you have such a hat, Uля?
At home, I don't have this hat, but mostly this hat is like now as a souvenir because it's from Russian culture. And for example, when we did the video in St. Petersburg, where we show some places, I think you remember, it was the moment where on the background some guys, they were wearing this shapka-ushanka, even though it was summertime, and the color of this hat was pink, and they were boys, so it looked a little bit awkward but funny at the same time. So I think now mostly tourists are interested in this hat, but I know that it can be useful, and especially when it's very cold, this hat can protect your ears and can be really helpful. But I don't know, I don't feel it like too much stylish to wear. What about you?
Yeah, I think it's just a bit funny to wear such hat. Maybe some people do it to look cool. But to be honest, this time when I go to Russia, I really want to buy like a ski suit, you know, overall. I know I'm not going to ski, I just want to walk in my city, but I feel it's probably so comfortable just to get in this costume and be warm.
Yes, that's nice to be warm. Now I have a sun here, so I'm enjoying. The next one is that on the table, when it's some holiday, Russian people always have caviar and vodka and champagne, some alcohol. What do you think about it?
In my family, we don't really have caviar. I don't remember when we had it last time. Maybe occasionally, but not always. Vodka, my family never has it. Champagne for New Year.
For me, I know my father, he loves caviar. And for example, when we went to Kamchatka, we brought a lot of caviar. And because this place is famous for it, and I can't say it's much cheaper, but the quality is really good. So we brought it and we gave it to our friends. And we also took some in the freezer. So after some time, we can take it out and eat. And for example, for the New Year, I don't know, maybe it's something from the past, but my grandmother, she always do this bread with butter and with caviar.
Oh yeah,
that's yes, very tasty. Yes, and it's delicious. I love it. But about alcohol, I don't drink alcohol at all, so I'm not supporting the idea of putting on the table vodka, champagne, wine, whatever. I don't like it. But I know, yeah, some people do it. It can be traditional, like, okay, you have a holiday, you drink alcohol. But not everyone do it.
I agree. The next stereotype is that people in Russia, when they say a toast, so a short speech in the holiday, they make it really long. So it's not just cheers, it's many sentences.
Yes, some people do it, I know. And they even can do like a storytelling, or they do a long wishes, like a lot of things they would like to say, to wish, like maybe to say about the person, especially if it's a birthday or some special event. They like telling it. Even some people do it like as a poem or something like that. I feel like it's very soulful. Like you feel really you put some meaning into the meeting, not just drinking or something. Yeah, but again, mostly people do it with alcohol, and if you don't drink it, maybe it's different. Like you don't put cheers like every time you drink juice or something. You just keep talking. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you.
So the next one is that it's very dangerous to live in Russia. That's maybe it's Russian mafia everywhere, or people have guns or something like this. What do you think?
I personally feel very safe in Russia, even at this time when I go to Russia this time. I don't know, everybody just lives their own life like in any other country. That's my perception of it.
That's true. I feel the same.
The last stereotype is that some people believe that Russia it's only Moscow and St. Petersburg and there is nothing else to see or nowhere else to go.
That's absolutely not true, because Russia is full of wonderful places, cities and nature, whatever you want to see. I think you will enjoy. Personally, me, I haven't explored enough, but where I've been, it really gave me like a nice impression. For example, Crimea is the place where my family loves to go. Karelia in the northwest, next to St. Petersburg, it's also famous by its nature. Some cities like Kazan, Sochi, it's wonderful. Also some mountains in Kamchatka, Altai Mountains, Ural. To be honest, soon I want to do the video where I will tell more about the places to see in Russia. So to make you more excited to go and to visit our beautiful country. Yeah, and do you have something to add? Maybe I forgot some places which you would like to mention.
Well, I know that in winter lots of people go to Baikal, which is the lake. It gets frozen and you get a beautiful view. You can step on it and really enjoy the whole experience.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see our videos which are coming soon. And put like and your comments. We will really appreciate that.
Yes, we read all your comments and we discuss them. So I take screenshot and send it to Uля saying, oh, look, we got a comment, and we read it together. So it's very exciting for us. And after watching today's video, you could see that in Russia, you could find interesting things to do not only in summer, but in winter.
For sure. Thank you, Anya. See you soon.
See you. Пока.
Пока.